Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am here today. I have the great pleasure of being here today with dear Brenda Dutertre from Saskatchewan in beautiful Canada, who has just finished her first Star Matrix training as a trainer and is thereby the first person in the world, other than myself, to have ever conducted a Star Matrix training. Woohoo! A round of applause for Brenda. Let's just get started and just tell us a little bit about yourself, Brenda.
Well, I've been a member of the GOE for 8 years or so. I can't even remember how long, and a trainer for nearly three. Um, it is my passion. It is. I'm just so glad. I wish I'd known all of this stuff a lot earlier in my life, but I'm pretty glad I haven't left this world without knowing it. And I love passing this on to others. I just think it's first aid for you. What I call it. And star
Wonderful.
is without a doubt. If I don't teach another thing, as long as I live, I want to teach that.
Ah, if you don't know what Star Matrix is, it's a very simple idea. And the idea is that instead of looking at our past traumas endlessly and looking for reasons for why our lives are the way they are through past trauma, we're going to we focus on the best memories of our lives for a change and discover sort of the moments where we really understood what life was all about, where we had a big oh wow moment or a big aha moment, or where we really learned something about the meaning of life. And we call these star moments. And it's really interesting what happens to people when you run a course like Star Matrix course, which is 12 weeks. And once a week, there is a different unit on a different aspect of, you know, how to recover positive memories, how to use them, what we can do with them, what we can learn from them, very importantly. And so at the end of that 12 weeks, a very interesting transformation occurs in the people who have done that. Just for a change, for these 12 weeks, we focused on positive memories. And I am super excited to hear what happened with your participants, Brenda.
Well, it's it was divine timing, I think, to do it when we did. We started in November and did 6 weeks before Christmas. Took a little hiatus there for a week or two, and then completed it just this past Monday. And they all agreed that at this time in our lives with COVID and everything, it was such a gift. Um, one of the ladies said she doesn't know how she'd have gotten through Christmas without Star Matrix.
Oh,
Because, a couple of times, a couple of sessions, that's where the star memories came from, was our Christmas past, our Christmases as children and so forth. And
oh,
it was, yeah, it was, I don't even know how to express it in words. And everyone that in my class had something major going on in their lives, something that needed attention. And I think it. Well, I know it helped immensely. If every week we had that oasis, and they've got their book of stars and can revisit those times, and I've strongly urged them to continue doing it. It's and there's as much in it. I got as much out of it as the trainer as they did this being the student. I mean, I've taken it twice from you, Sylvia.
mm,
I've taken the course
yeah.
twice, and so I had to take it twice so that I would get up the gumption to teach it because I know it's your baby and I wanted to do it justice.
Oh,
But
thank you.
I feel so passionate about it. I wanted to give it a try anyway, and
I'm so thrilled about that because yeah, I have never in my life taught the same course 4 times. back to back.
Yeah.
And I have done that with Star Matrix because, again, and that is particularly why I wanted to have a chat here with you today, because as a trainer, this is a completely new experience, isn't it?
Oh, it's yeah.
Completely different thing going on there. It's
It
amazing.
we're giving them the guidance. Like, here you are. This is what you do
Mhm.
to arrive at down there. But it's never the same twice. It's
No,
nothing is ever the same. And even through the 12 weeks, the surprises that came, um, and to experience the back and forth with the students. They would tell a star story, and it would trigger something in me, and back and forth, and to watch them, to watch everybody be connect with what the other people were saying, like it was marvelous. Yeah.
yes, I've I've found that this triggering effect. This is really natural and human. If somebody starts talking about a fantastic experience on a holiday, for example, they were on this wonderful beach and there were these beautiful flowers and the blue sea there, incredible, and the white sand, and other people who've been on holidays with beaches and sand, it connects that up, and they say, "Yeah, I remember a time I was on a holiday." And it puts people on in deep rapport, in
Oh,
high rapport, naturally and automatically. But the memories that get triggered when other people are there and telling their stories, also, would they have been triggered? Would they have come back if that person hadn't been there? See, that's the magic of doing this with a group of people. And yeah, it really is something else, isn't it? It's
well,
something else, Star
the
Matrix.
the energy that flows between the participants. I am so praying that COVID gets the hell gone
Yeah.
so that we could do it in person.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, live. This
yeah.
is made for live,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's also made for setting up like Star Matrix circles in your hometown, and people can come, as you say, to this oasis
Yeah.
where they can inspire and each other as well, and
Yeah.
learn something about their own strength and their own resilience.
Yeah. It's
It's
fabulous what to find. Like I keep saying, you get such a handle on who you really are.
different handle altogether.
Totally. I don't know, but this year, 2021, I have declared war on trauma. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I refuse to live it anymore. It's I'm so tired of people saying, I have to go through this to get to the other side. No, you don't.
It's the
No,
wrong way around, isn't it?
yeah, we don't have to do that. We've lived
No.
once, that's enough, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody messaged me the other day and they early in the morning and they were like, I woke up this morning and I've decided I've had it with being a survivor.
Yeah, totally. And
I'm
eventually,
not going to be a survivor anymore. I'm going to be a hero from this moment forth. And they just read the Star Matrix book,
yeah, exactly.
you
Well,
know?
that's the beauty of it because you realize that you are your own hero.
Oh God, yeah.
You're
And
your,
that there's a reason and that the man, the examples or the evidence of your ability to love and be loved,
yeah,
to be joyful, to your ability to be, you in the best possible sense
yep,
is, oh God. And how could we have forgotten that? It shows the power of the conscious mind that we could walk around all our lives thinking we are these ugly ducklings,
yeah,
when in fact we really are swans.
yeah.
And it is amazing. It really is just wonderful. So when you first started, obviously, first time ever, your group was together. And some of them were not that knowledgeable in modern energy theory. That was another thing.
Well,
So,
most of them have been clients in the past, so they had a basic knowledge. But it's funny because some of them were like me, a little bit skeptical, like I was at the beginning. And
yes.
it didn't take long to get that sorted out. It just it's you hardly need to teach it. You know what I mean? You just sort of give the tools and they're off and running. It's
Well,
fabulous.
I've said the best thing about it is that I don't really have to teach you what I know. I have to teach you what you know.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Yeah.
And what Star Matrix is creates this structural framework that allows you to get to what you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
makes the pathways, the connections that were just absent after all these years of trauma and therapy and looking at all the things that went wrong. So, the very first session, how was that? The very first session.
Oh, it was great because they were all looking forward to it. Um, I had the most brilliant bunch of ladies. I know them all. In fact, one of them was my sister.
Ah,
And,
wonderful.
and so it was very comfortable for me, as first time training in this class. And we have a good rapport anyhow. And we were just off and running. Like there was no hesitancy. There was nothing. Everybody had their star memory. It just came.
Yeah,
It was perfect.
yeah.
It was, yeah, it easy, Sylvia, easy.
On the very first Star Matrix course, we had a lady who kept saying that she couldn't remember anything good. And it turned out that when she asked for a good memory, and the way we do that, just quickly to tell people who don't know about Star Matrix, is literally you imagine you're talking into a phone and saying, "Give me a good memory,"
Yeah.
and then you have to stop and listen
Hmm.
for the answer and sense for the answer. And if you do that, then something will come to you. Something eventually will come to you. Turned out that her energy mind, previously known as the sub or unconscious mind, was constantly sending her memories, and she would bat them back like with a big tennis racket.
Yeah.
One of them was about a young teenage aspect of her having fun after having bunked off school in the local park. And she would be like, "That's not a star memory. That's not relevant. That's not significant. That's not an enlightenment experience." Whack, whack, whack. So
Hmm.
she'd be getting all these memories, but she was just whacking them back as not relevant. And yeah, especially the teenagers having fun in the park. I did say then, okay, do you sometimes think you might take life a little too seriously?
There you go. Yeah. Well,
You might not have enough fun or something. There's this relevant information about that can help us now. See, a lot of people think it's just digging in old memories. Oh, what's the point of that?
exactly. Yeah. No, it's the energy of it we're looking for.
Yeah, the first thing is that
Yeah.
if you actually connect with it, you feel that youthful energy of being in the park with your friends. You
Yeah.
can feel it. You can,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that is a lifting of the energy body. It lightens your mood and makes you happier, even
It's the
just
energy
for a
of
little
the,
while.
yeah, the energy of the event. It's not even so much the event itself as the energy it brings up in you, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm. And so, yeah, that was fun. But apart from that one lady, I had no problems on all four courses. We're just asking people, just remember happy memory.
Yeah.
It is easy. It is so not like digging for trauma.
Well, it's like nobody's ever asked the question before, Sylvia, and I don't believe they have.
No, they haven't. They totally haven't asked. No, you're
And when
right.
you start it, you think, what in God's name? Why weren't we doing this? Why haven't we been doing this forever?
This is a very good
It's
question.
it
It
around
just goes to show the power of brainwashing and the power of, you
yeah,
know,
yeah. Maybe
it's crazy.
or something. I don't know. I just every one of my gals, they all they found it quite empowering. Um, some of the memories, I think it's got to do with the times we live in, brought such calm,
Oh,
brought such peace.
interesting.
Because lots of them, several of them, one of them was writing a big thesis at the time. Another lady's in a horribly stressful job, horrible stressful right now with COVID. And another gal had just quit her job. She's in the looking for a new job. Like it was, everyone had big things going on, and just the I mean, they got the exciting things, but just to be able to remember what that peaceful was like too,
Oh, interesting.
which was
That's
a
very
quite
interesting.
a point. Yeah, it's what they needed, right? It's what they needed.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's this is the thing, they're not random, these memories.
Not at all. No.
They're very personally the right ones
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
every time. And you can't go wrong with it. You can't get
No.
the wrong star memory.
Well, you
It's just
can't
not
make
possible.
no mistakes to be made here.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no mistake. And that's very interesting as a trainer, isn't it?
exactly. Yeah, it gives you as you get rolling, like I said, because again, I repeat, because I know it's your baby. I wanted to do this absolutely perfectly, but once
Oh,
those wheels in motion, it sort of it's like one of those like a tank almost with those whatever you call those wheels. It just goes. It
on
just
tracks.
tracks.
Yeah.
It just flows.
Yeah,
And
or going down, sledging down a snowy hill
yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that.
just
It
start
is,
motion.
it does just go because it is natural. It's like going with gravity for a change,
Absolutely.
rather than forcing something in
Yeah,
the wrong direction, which this
yeah,
trauma thing so is.
yeah. Oh,
It's like we don't want to go there. And the reason we don't want to dig in traumas isn't because we're weak-willed, but because it feels bad and it feels wrong. And perhaps it might just turn out it was wrong.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why we felt that it was wrong.
Well, I just tell people trauma is the thing we spend the rest of our life trying to avoid. Why in God's name do we want to go dig around in it?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
I don't want to.
Also, that's something that I thoroughly learned is the fact that trauma just causes the things we don't do.
That's right. Yeah,
Star events cause the things we do.
yeah,
They are what's guiding us through life step by step to our next adventure.
yeah.
And so, if you want to find out why you do the things you do, then you need to not look at trauma because that's just what you're not doing.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
I'd love
it's
to
amazing.
encourage people to who have taken Star Matrix to keep doing it. Keep the more you do it, you'll get them out of nowhere. Like you don't have to ask anymore. For instance, a year ago yesterday, we were on a plane to Cuba. And I was doing something yesterday, and I was right there sitting on the little veranda of our place in Cuba in the sun and the warmth when it's minus 100 here. And it was fabulous. And it just came out of the blue.
I had a star memory flashback yesterday as well. And that is a real when you were saying you were sitting in a chair, yeah, I had that too. I was taking pictures of my men's
I saw
with a little tiny snowman. It's a fun art project, a community art project that I started some years ago. And there was a little Pikachu in the picture, and I didn't know why I put that in there. And when I posted the picture and saw it on the screen, I had an absolute flashback to a moment when my younger son was about 16 months old, and he was wearing this bright blue suit, and it started to snow for the first time, and it was his first snow. And it was just so, God, I'm getting all emotional
Yeah.
even thinking about. But it was a real memory flashback. I was in that memory. I was feeling the snowfall and seeing him, and this oh, sense of love and gratitude, and oh my God, yeah, that's a. Does anybody have you ever heard of a positive flashback
Not till now.
in your entire life as a psychologist and somebody who's been studying and treating people and doing all these things for all these decades, for generations by now? Have you even heard of people having positive memory flashbacks?
Well, I like them.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that as a concept.
No, not at all. Not at
But
all.
here we are. I did have one, and you had one too.
I did. It
Um,
was just
it's
right.
incredible, amazing, and they don't last long. You don't, but it's just it was instant and so uplifting, so
Exactly.
wonderful.
That's what I was going
Oh,
to say. It just gives you a lift right in the moment.
see,
It,
and this is something that I just totally love, and this is particularly why I wanted to chat with you today, because you are the very first person, other than myself, to have ever done the Star Matrix trainers, you know, as a trainer. Being inside of that as a trainer, and at the same time, all these people just having these wonderful understandings about themselves, making these connections. It's just interesting as hell, isn't it? It's
well,
still, for us as trainers, a total personal development
well,
technique, isn't it?
it follows no pattern, Sylvia. It follows, it's always an adventure.
It follows a pattern to the person who's doing it.
Yes, but what I'm getting at is, as a
Every
trainer,
group's different.
it's never the same thing twice. It's
It can't be, because everybody's star memories are totally unique.
exactly, and that's what makes it fun as a trainer, to see what will come up for people, what comes up for yourself. Yeah.
I also would say that there are some of the stories, that the star stories that the participants contribute, that have really stuck with me. The one that just came to mind was on Star Matrix 1, I think. There's a lady who'd been sexually abused as a child by her father. And then on this one occasion, the father had given her some money and bought her a dress.
I remember that. Yeah.
And the star memory was of this little girl in the dressing room. Just everything else was forgotten. Just being wowed how beautiful and amazing she looked, and being so happy and so free and just dancing freely in this dressing room. And that totally just stuck with me. That was for me, I don't know how you describe that. That was a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
That child in the dressing room. That's with me now. That's a
Yes.
story I will tell many times, undoubtedly, because it's like, it's a precious gift, that star
Absolutely.
story.
Yes.
So if I was to ask you about one from your group, something that somebody contributed, what would come to mind?
Well, I think of one, this little girl, her aspect, this one gal, her aspect was ice skating, and she got, her mom was there to watch her, and that didn't happen very often, that
Okay.
mom was ever there. And she was ice skating, and some big kid was skating backwards and knocked her flying. So we talked about that, and I said, but what is, think about it, and be, think about what else was going on, think about the whole picture. Well, bottom line was, the big kid that knocked her over became totally irrelevant, and it was the pride and the so happy that her mother was there,
Ah,
that her mom was there. Like we talked through this, so the negative became the positive. The negative
no,
became,
the negative just dissolved under the
yeah,
onslaught of the
it became
positive.
irrelevant to the
Yeah.
positive. Yeah.
It's like shadows disappear
Yeah.
when you switch on the light.
Yep.
We could go into a great discussion here now, the difference between trauma and star memories in power and energy, but we're not. So, so something that sort of stuck with you then is that little girl just gliding across the ice, so happy,
Yeah.
knowing that her mother is watching her.
And,
Oh,
and and the thing, Sylvia, that sticks with me is the change in this lady's face when she what realized the star memory in that, and
oh,
the other just drifted away, like you said.
yeah,
It just
yes,
was gone, and the smile on her face,
oh.
it was great. Yeah.
It's really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
And the star matrix is new. I don't want to make any suggestions, but if one was to go and look for the stars surrounding a trauma,
Yes.
this may be a way of not going back over the same old trauma memory for the billionth time now,
Yeah.
but to get a different perspective on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that some people might try out, because I've often found that there is a star in the vicinity of the trauma that if you access that, it does exactly what you say. It just makes the trauma just go
It's
as
just
though it was, and this goes to the center, and that's the star is all that remains.
that's
And
right.
look, that's what the plane crash victims say, where
Yeah.
they say when their life flashes before their eyes, there's no trauma flashing, only love remains.
That's right. Yeah.
And yeah, and wouldn't that be nice if we could understand that before our plane ditches to the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So tell me another star story from one of your participants.
Let me think here. There's one of the gals is studying to be an herbologist, and she had a star memory that was a past life. A sh-
Okay. Oh, was that in the star dream section?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
She was a shaman out gathering her herbs and doing plant medicine, and I mean, it was so descriptive. We were all with her. We were there with her in the
Yeah.
boat, and the message that came out of that was, I've done this before and I can do it again. I have got this. It
Oh,
was
that's so. Well, how useful is
the
that?
confidence, right? Like, here I go. I'm
Well,
doing.
I mean, yeah, that is something that needs to be reiterated. We're not just digging in past memories of happiness, joy, competency, success, skill, being loved and loving. We're not digging around in those because we haven't got anything better to do. We're doing that in order to help us right here, right now,
Mhm.
with our energy states, with our moods, with our work that we have to do, questions we have that we have remained unanswered for all the trauma search in the universe.
Mhm.
And it's just a fascinating thing. So did you get good feedback at the end of this?
Well,
She said, knowing bloody well that you would have, because I've got amazing feedback on mine.
I haven't done the sort of end of class interviews. That's this week, later this.
Okay.
We just finished Monday. But the one word, if I was to sum it up in one word, it's empowerment.
Yes.
They all
Yes.
felt so empowered and connected. They feel connected to one another.
Uh-huh.
Of course we do, because it's the fourth, and but
As you do more trainings, gather them together in a group somewhere.
absolutely.
Yeah, but also make sure they join our general group, the Star Matrix Forever, for
Okay,
people who've done the course as well.
I will do that, because I did create a little page I called it Star Matrix Saskatchewan,
Yeah,
through the course, so that we could all connect that way.
but as you say, this is so good virtually.
Oh my,
But in person, how good is this going to be in
I
person?
can't wait. I can't wait to know.
Wow. As people can actually, be in the same room together, sit in a circle.
Mhm.
My God, this just gonna be off the Richter scale.
Well,
So,
I'm seriously considering doing something in my gazebo this summer. We'll see how it goes because we can't be in a room together. Yeah,
no, no, no.
but maybe
And
after.
at the moment, we don't know what the future will bring. It does work perfectly well virtually.
Absolutely,
It
absolutely.
is super impressive virtually because the 4 courses I've done have all been virtual.
Mhm.
And it's, yeah, as you say, so empowering. It's so good for people to see that when they first start and they're all like, oh, I'm so full of trauma and oh
I don't
dear.
have any memories. That was me. I said that.
Yeah, or no memories of anything, and oh my God. And then as the course flows through, there is this literal awakening.
Yes.
This awakening, this different way of thinking about yourself, about your life, about your relatives, about everything. And
Well,
it feels so much better.
and we quit after the first week or two. You quit second guessing your memory.
Yes, yes,
Like Chris, well, I don't know. After it doesn't take long till you quit doing that.
yeah. And that's when it it's just endlessly fascinating. I love it.
Totally. It's yeah.
Yeah. So are you going to encourage other people to start teaching this?
I wish they would. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I was a little nervous, but it's easy. It teaches itself.
Yes,
It does.
correct. It
Oh,
does.
we just supply a little guidance as to how you. That's all we're there to do.
Yeah.
Um, it's one of the. I have to say of all, like I've been teaching for the GOE for quite a while now, and this is the course that teaches itself. You don't have to. You're there to be the guide. That's it.
I said the same thing this morning to Alex and Zoe during a staff meeting. I said, I have a bit of experience as a trainer. You know, I really have. I have taught so many things in my life, so many things, so many things. But I've never taught anything that is as much fun to
I would.
teach from a trainer's perspective. It's
Yeah,
that much fun to teach from a trainer's perspective than it's Star Matrix.
yeah. I would
It's
agree.
just so delightful to see people and to hear people come out with these amazing things that they've experienced. It's just feels wonderful to sit and listen.
Yes, indeed. And to get those rushes of energy too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
and to watch. I loved watching when a point would be made and you could see all the faces. We're all there.
Yeah.
We're all
Yes.
involved.
You're sharing
So
in the experience. You're
yeah,
sharing in the experience.
yes,
And the story becomes a part of your story in a way.
in a way, yes.
I've got the little girl there on the ice being loved, watched, excuse me, being watched by her mother
Hmm.
and feeling wonderful,
Yeah,
having the mother's full attention on
being
her and
special.
just gliding like a swan across the ice.
Yeah,
And she's with me now too.
absolutely,
And I think also there's a vast potential for sharing star stories
absolutely.
with each other, as the stories that we are being told by Hollywood become consecutively more ridiculous and
Yeah,
pointless and soul destroying. To be telling each other star stories, our own or those of other people,
yeah.
is just something human, something we need, something that connects us again in these sort of shattered times we live in. I feel,
Yeah,
it's yeah.
it
So
is.
I'm
It is.
super. I'm just super thrilled that you completed the course with your students. that you are now a fully fledged, massively experienced Star Matrix trainer,
Well, a
the
little more
second most
experience.
experienced Star Matrix trainer in the world.
Oh dear.
Isn't it awesome to have something this new?
A lofty title, but I love it. Yes.
You know, it's just so, it's new, it's at its beginnings, it's exciting, really, really exciting, and it feels so right. It feels so right.
That is absolutely the best way to describe it, I think. It's like that a big sigh. It's like, whoa, finally.
Finally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
finally.
it does. It does. It goes finally, and then it goes, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's
Fascinating.
yeah.
It's fascinating what we
It's
learn about ourselves.
well,
There's this, go
it's
on.
about getting fixed. We're not broken. We're not broken. And
We
it
just think we are.
this brings this brings that home in boxcar letters.
Yeah.
I am not broken. I don't need to be fixed. I am my own superhero.
Uh-huh. And then if I say to people, you're not broken, you don't need to be fixed, you're your own superhero. And they go like, no, you're wrong. And then seriously, I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? I can prove it. I can prove it in the universal court of law. We
Yeah,
just need to go and review your memories of your life,
that's
your
correct.
star memories. And with every single one of them, the evidence grows and the mountain of evidence becomes bigger. Every star memory that you put on top, this mountain just grows. And there comes this point where you just can't hold the old self concept together any longer
No,
of being this broken piece of shit, this endless survivor, this endless alcoholic, this endless whatever, this person that needs oceans of healing, that is just crap and ugly and whatever. It can't hold on any longer and it crumbles.
that's right. Yes, I agree.
And
Yeah.
when that does, this different kind of person emerges from that, somebody who is not overconfident or thinks they're super. Look, I mean, dear viewers, if you're looking at me and Brenda, do we come across as being arrogant or big-headed or anything like that? I don't think so. I
No,
don't
I
think so.
agree, Sylvia. But and I do. I can say for myself, I'm just way more confident in
Yeah,
me.
me too.
I'm not in competition with another living soul. I'm the best me and trying to get to be a better me all the time.
Hmm.
And it's about the confidence and about um, feeling at home in your own skin.
In your own life, even.
Absolutely. And it's the most marvelously freeing
Yes.
thing I've ever done.
Yes, because now you can go ahead and do something.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to wait until you're fixed.
No. No, because there's nothing wrong with me.
No, you don't have to wait until you've corrected every perceived flaw
Correct. Yeah.
before you can find happiness or before you can go and do something that's fun or that's close to your heart or that you are passionate about. You can actually go forth and do something now.
Yep.
And I think that is got to be a bit of a saving grace here
It's
in the
amazing.
days to years to come.
Yeah.
So,
Like if
uh,
I keep saying if I'd have had these tools as a child, if I'd have had known how to do this, life would
we
have been
can't.
so
It's
much.
inconceivable. It is inconceivable. One of the current group members posted about their child that, they are looking for what their real sort of star powers are, their real sort of major things
Mm,
that's just in them that they're blessed with. And that somebody said, yeah, if that was taken into account in careers advice, that would make a huge difference.
wouldn't
I
it?
can't even conceive of what my life would have been like if I'd been encouraged as a young person to contemplate my star memories instead of sitting in front of a mirror at night, playing goth music and self-mutilating. You know, that would made quite a difference, I think.
I think it would have made a real big difference. Yes.
Yeah, I think it would.
I
It's
know it would have for me, that's for sure.
yeah, you know. So good. Oh, I'm just thrilled. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences.
Well,
And
thank you for
I
creating this, Sylvia. Thank you for creating this.
oh, you are most welcome. I'm glad. Just sorry it took so long, but it just shows how brainwashed we all are,
Absolutely.
because I had the evidence for this. This is the right way to go, time and time and time again, presented to me in work that I've done with clients over the years. And we've just been so told that trauma is the only way to heal.
Mhm.
And this goes so deep that even I couldn't see it, couldn't connect the dots until eventually the evidence became just too overwhelming. And I crumbled and I thought, my God, how can I even say this when everybody else, millions and millions of people, are teaching the exact opposite,
Yeah.
believing the exact, billions are believing the exact opposite. All the authorities are telling you the exact opposite of what I'm saying. All the
But,
books on the shelves telling you the exact opposite of what I'm saying.
well, in my
And
humble opinion, they're wrong.
to have the nerve to stand up against that, as the
Thank
lonely voice who's waving the flag and saying the emperor has no clothes on, people. Hello, is. I think I had to build my courage over time to the point where I could actually come out of the closet and say, please, let's just try this. Let's just try, give the trauma a holiday, give it a break.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just give it a holiday. For a week, read the book,
Yeah.
or for 12 weeks, do the course. But just try it and feel what it does for you, assess it yourself. I think I'm right about the star memories. I think they're
Well,
important.
I
I
certainly
think they are fundamentally important for human beings. And
agree.
now only evidence and more people trying it out and giving their feedback on it is going to be the only way forward now, isn't it?
I agree. Yeah, I think so. I can't imagine going back to the way things were. There's no way. No. I think we need to get out there and bang the drum and get the. I've got my next class start. I've got it scheduled to start March 15th.
Cool.
If
I
anybody
am, I suppose,
to
I
join us,
said I came up this morning with something that excited me really greatly in the staff meeting. I said I would like to do a pro level star matrix course for some form of star matrix therapy. Because I believe that if you bring in a person and you, whatever their problem may be, global problem, whatever, and you ask them about a star memory and then spend an hour really getting into the meaning of that star memory with a practitioner who is going in there with them and responding and letting that process unfold. I literally am shivering at the thought of what you could actually get in the way of messages, support for your current problems, changes of mind, and probably just pure energy body healing
yeah,
in the process of such a session. And I would love to experience that. I would love to find out. So my next project is to set up a star. I don't even know what to call it. You can't call it therapy, can you? Because it's not, it's something else. Just call it
yeah.
a star matrix session for now. But I am absolutely excited by the thought of being able to offer an alternative to the trauma digging to
Well,
people who are seeking some sort of forward movement with an old stuck problem,
right.
and to actually use this framework of inner strength and inner resources and reconnection to your own self to find out what that would do.
Well, count me in.
Yeah, count
It's
me in. I can't. I am fascinated, and
yeah,
I'm
fabulous.
love to do that. Yeah, it's going to be. There's so many exciting things about Star Matrix for the future as well. So many applications for it in so many contexts. Be this in old people's home to help people with dementia and Alzheimer's. Be this in, oh God, I don't even. My head explodes with the possibility of it.
Well, and I remember when we did the summit and Burr talking about getting her mother doing this, a very old lady, and
Yeah.
marvelous it's been. Like I agree, there's so many applications.
And you said about the kids that what would we have been like if we'd known this as children or as teenagers who suffer with self-esteem problems, you
Totally.
know? And there's that a whole other thing like topical things. Um, every so often in one of the courses, it pops up that somebody remembers like a magical healing experience where
Hmm.
something special happened and something happened between them or a person and an animal or self-healing. And I was thinking, if you're interested in healing, I think it might be very interesting to bring together a group of people who are also interested in healing and sharing your healing star stories.
Yeah.
Surely we would all learn something about
I
healing, the nature of
agree.
healing, how we do the healing. In the process of that,
Yeah.
or it's just, or if you were in business and you just brought together a group of people who are really into business and asked them about their best business experiences.
Yeah.
There's a learning, there's some kind of real wisdom and a knowledge in these star memories
Absolutely.
that is so different from textbooks. And I
Well,
don't know how even how to describe it.
it's a bit more, it's visceral somehow because it's in here, it's
Yeah,
in there, and what we're doing is just turning the key and opening the door. That's
yeah,
to let it
turning the key.
come back. Let us remember what we've known forever. Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. And wow, and it's just, yeah. Okay, so we are getting to the end of our interview here, or chat, or conversation, or whatever. I'm just super thrilled that you've done the training, or course, or experience, the Star Matrix experience
Exactly.
with your lovely participants. Please give them my personal woohoo round of applause, and that they tell them that they're real adventurers, real explorers, and they're literally among, there's not even 100 people in the world who've done this yet.
Exactly. Well, I told them they're the first in Saskatchewan.
They're the first in Saskatchewan, in Canada, in the Americas, both North and South, in the entire world, apart from a little small town in Eastbourne.
That's right. Yep.
Amazing. Okay, great. I super look forward to what we're going to get up to next.
Me too.
I, yep, I absolutely look forward to, the whole Star Matrix thing,
Yeah.
how that's going to unfold, what it's going to do. And
Oh, I think you've only just taken the tip of the iceberg, Sylvia. I
yeah,
think
it's the tip of an iceberg of potential in
totally,
personal development, empowering, and self-healing.
absolutely.
Absolutely, 100%. I think there's much, much more to come, as good as it is already. And yeah, well,
It's an
last
adventure.
word to you. Last word to you.
I would highly encourage anyone, please, please do this for yourself. This is the best and biggest gift you'll ever give yourself is to take the star matrix, learn about it, and use it. Use it. It is, I know life changing is really, but it is. It's changed me. It's definitely, I can speak personally, it has been life changing.
It's the gift of your own life back.
Absolutely.
And guess what? It wasn't all a sack of trauma.
No, it was not.
No.
It's
That's the, I think that's really the big one here, isn't it?
yep.
Okay. Well, my dear viewers, congratulations for making it all the way to the end. If you love what we do and like to see more, please subscribe, click the bell, join the GOE, or
Absolutely.
just have fun with energy and keep yourself strong and happy inside. Thank you very much, Brenda. Lots of love to Canada, and I will see you on the group.
All right. Thank you, Sylvia. Bye for now.
Bye for now.